So I've just finished listening to Undeniably Convenient by Saman. I think I'm saying that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's performed by Savannah, Peachwood and Kydd. I picked this book purely on the fact that it had no third act breakup. And before you come for me, I love a good third act breakup as well. But then every book needs them. And this book is evidence. Yes, evidence. Let's enter it as evidence that it's not always necessary. This book was so good, and you can see where that third act breakup would be if assumptions were made, if they hadn't communicated, if they acted before they thought things through. But because that didn't happen, there wasn't that need for the breakup. And I loved it, and I think this book would have been a bit different without it. And this whole book just filled my heart with so much happiness. Obviously we had some situations in the book where you're like, with other characters, but you just felt for the main characters. There was some representation with chronic illnesses, boss employee. Obviously it's a situation where both parties want a baby, so they join forces. And what I loved about this is that he wasn't, the guy that's like, oh, let's have some fun and then you can go ahead and have the baby and I'll be hands off. He was like, no, if we're doing this, I'm going to be a dad. And I mean, is there anything sexier than a man that wants to be a dad? Don't know. Maybe that's my obsession with single dads coming out. Who knows? But I just loved that commitment that they had. And one of the things that I loved about the hero was that when he was like in his blinders moment, he like word vomited everything he had to say, wouldn't let anybody go word in edgewise, and it was so endearing that he felt he had to get all his words out and like barely taking a breath, because it's like, I have to tell her all of this right now, otherwise she might never hear it. And it was just, to me, it was just so endearing. There's some super sexy moments, so don't think that doesn't happen, because super sexy, just saying. But I just loved it. The only thing for me was the heroine has a lot of people in her life, a lot of people. And in the early part of the book, they are introduced and they're explained as who they are and who they're related to and who they're related to. And for me, for audio, I felt it maybe didn't translate as well as if I had read it, but that could just be a me thing. But otherwise, this was 5-star listen, like, regardless. Narration was, like, say, Savannah Peachwood, who I adore, and could listen to her all day, every day. But I did think she was fantastic as this character, as this woman that knows what she wants, knows what she needs to do to make that happen, and is prepared to, go out and get it. And I love that. Kydd, I'm still getting used to. He's not a voice I've listened to a lot of, but I thought he did a good job with this character. Yeah, it was a great book. You should definitely check it out.